So as we enter Baxter State Park, we had to sign in at the kiosk to register. And it's nice to be in a state park. Look, they have bridges. So on this hike, I've seen red mushrooms, yellow mushrooms, white mushrooms. I haven't seen kind of the orangey rainbow ones. We'll call it a sunburst. Well, we've been trompsing along beside the west branch of the Penobscot River. I'm so glad we crossed that Abol bridge. That is probably, 8 feet deep, and it is really moving. It would be impossible to cross. Certainly no fun. But it's very nice that we get to walk along the water for about another mile or so. Well, what have we here? Looks like something had an awful lot of fur and so on. If we zoom in a little bit, I bet you'll never guess what that is. That's right, it's porcupine quills. Probably, my guess is a pine marten got a hold of the porcupine and had to. Well, there's where the Nessewatinahunk River joins the Penobscot. You got this great waterfall chute here. Boy, if I had a raft or an inner tube, imagine scooting over that. Up, bald eagle. So this is a stream feeding the Nessewatinahunk. I'm just butchering it, sorry. River out there. We're supposed to cross this, but there's a high water crossing reroute. We'll just go around that. We could put our sandals on and get through there, but you know, when the water's brown, that's your first clue that there's a lot of water flow. It's not worth it. We'll go around. So Doc and I are doing the Blue Blaze Trail for the high water walk around. We're just gonna avoid that mess there on Nessewatinahunk stream or whatever. We just want to deal with it. I suppose we could crawl across or find a way, but you know, it's not worth it. This trail is really not all that bad, and it's the same distance. So this is Big Niagara Falls. Wow, it tells you how much rain we had the other day. Well, here we are, Big Niagara Falls. Really amazing how the water's, what's that, brown latte from all the sediment and everything. The roar is amazing. So this is Little Niagara Falls. Listen to that roar. There's something you don't see every day. A tree monster. It's just eating the rock. Climbed in there. Got his back leg, his front leg, just kind of hanging on. Wow. So I just had to show you this. This is the same creek that feeds Little Niagara and Big Niagara Falls. Nice and calm here. Well, there's a nice clear view of Katahdin. You can see all the nice rock slabs and everything. So all we got to do now is get over to the base. Our camp's over here somewhere. Tomorrow we go up, down, and way up high. Yeah, that'd be good. So we had a little drama today. You know, this wouldn't be any fun without some drama. As you can tell, we're walking on a dirt road. So it turns out that the trail between Darcy Pond and Katahdin Stream Campground, it's about 2.5 miles long. Halfway right in the middle the bridge is out and the water is 2 to 3 feet deep on a good day. And we've just come up all of the Little Niagara and Big Niagara. And we can see the water is, you know, the color of coffee or a latte. And it's like, nah, we're going to cut out. So, you know, I've got my famous hitch bride with me now. So to tell them what happened.
Just do a little bit of this and say, hey, how are you? Howdy, can you give us a lift? That's it.
Yeah, so this nice guy, Tom, with 2 kayaks on top of his Subaru, slows down. Where are you guys going? Where are you going? Oh, you know, we're trying to get a shorter hike in here. You know, we have to walk the road to go around. And he's like, yeah, I'll give you a lift. So turn a 5-mile road walk into a 2.5-mile road walk. Very exciting. Well, here we go, Katahdin Stream Campground. Hopefully this is the last time on this hike that we have to put up the bear bag. And so we'll see if we can get it up there. I don't know, maybe. Well, that didn't work. I think we're going to have a bad experience, huh? Done. All done. Well, here we are at Katahdin Stream Campground. I think I'm about 5.5 miles from the summit. Man, Springer in Georgia is so far away. It's just, wow. And the whole journey, I know it took me 3 years to do it, but it seemed like it just passed in a flash, just a flash. Well, just for a minute or so, let me do a quick closing on gear. So, you know, in the 2,200 miles of hiking, what have we done? Well, what did I go through? Or what worked or didn't work or something really quick? Well, hey, let me do a real quick closing here. After 2,200 miles, what gear failed me on this trip? My sleeping pad failed me, but Thermarest was beautiful company to work with. They replaced it for free. No complaints at all about that. I did have another failure, and that is my pillow from Outdoor Vitals. It has sprung multiple leaks, as you see, and now my patches are not working. So that was kind of a bummer. The other thing that kind of died out like anybody else's is, well, you know, the rain jacket. It just quit working, and this is my second one. Had to get an upgrade. Very happy with the upgrade. Not as durable as I wish, but it's pretty good. And let's see, my Topo shoes, when I'm hiking in and the Topo's Trail Runners, the ends of the shoe always kind of comes unglued within 100 miles. But I get about 400 miles out of each one. So I went through, I don't know, 4 pairs of shoes and 2 pairs of boots. So that's the gear toll for hiking EAT.